So where I have to go now?
I'll let you sit here.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Now, first of all, would you like a glass of water to begin?
Yeah.
Would you care for some still or sparkling water?
Still water if
Still
you
water.
want. Thank you.
This is a local water called Firishku, which means, in Gaelic, it means true water. So it's sourced about 15 miles from here in Turnagilly. So it's bottled, it's sourced and bottled on site.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So the wines that we're doing today, we're going doing the Bouchard Finlayson wines, which is from our hotel owner that own a vineyard in South Africa. The winemaker's name is Peter Finlayson. He's making wine there since 1989, and then in the year 2000, the Thoman family took over the vineyard on one condition, that he stay on as head winemaker. And as he says himself, he thought about it for 2 seconds and agreed. So they're making wines ever since. So they're making 22 vintages together now. And there's a nice selection of the wines, of the reds. We're doing the reds today. So Peter Finlayson, he's renowned for the Pinot Noir grape. So you're using the Coravin. You're familiar with the Coravin?
Mm-hmm. How old exactly?
Pardon?
Wine is how old?
This wine is 2014.
14.
14.
And,
This is the only vintage he made of this wine.
8 years old.
Yeah. He only made the wine for this vintage. It's just to do with to show the area. So as it comes through the Coravin, it's aerating the wine also. Smell that now and taste it.
Yeah, I know how they doing a big boys, you know.
The big boy, yes.
Yeah, so I try to do it for myself. Smell is very nice. Temperature is perfect. Not
These
cold.
are served with the cellar temperatures, but it helps the flavors. Taste all the flavors. Nice fruit, nice spice.
Nice. Very nice. I was in South Africa in 2003, Joburg,
Yes.
for 1 month. I visit my friend there. After I gone to New Zealand, after I came here to Ireland, 16 years.
Very good.
But I travel a lot.
Yeah.
So I was in Africa, Indonesia, Singapore, everywhere. Thailand,
You like to travel.
yeah.
It's quite cold here at the moment in Ireland.
Yeah, small problem here is no summer here. No summer.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
That's why I have to travel to Asia. I like Asia.
To get a bit of heat.
Yeah, because more easy to pay the luxury there. You know, like somewhere else.
Yes.
You can get there 5-star or more.
Oh, very good.
Like in Dubai, I was in the Burj Al Arab Hotel, first 7-star hotel in the world,
Yes.
in Dubai.
Very good.
And only one 7-star hotel in the world,
Yeah.
Burj Al Arab. And the room is just the room is start, but that the room is big, very big room, 1,250 euros
It's
or
amazing,
dollar. Yes, and
The service, yeah. And there's butlers for each. So that was the first Pinot Noir there from the Walker Bay. So the vineyard itself is down behind the town of Hermanus, which is down at the southerly tip. So it'll be 125 kilometres southeast of Cape Town. The vineyard then was beside the Walker Bay, and that's where the whales come back to give birth. And then the valley is known as the Hemel de Ardi, which means heaven and earth.
yeah,
So it's a beautiful part of the world. The vineyard itself, there's 125 hectares of a vineyard, but there's only 22 hectares under vine. The rest is left, was preserved, naturally preserved, wine. There's fauna there that grows nowhere else in the world, plants. The second, that's the Walker Bay Pinot Noir, just to reflect the terroir of the area. Your second wine then here, the vineyard is set in 6 kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean. In the center of the vineyard is a mountain range called the Galloping Peak. And this is the Pinot Noir grown there. And it's grown on the south-facing slopes to get the maximum amount of sunshine from day to night. And they age this for 12 months in French oak barrels, and they use 30% new oak for each vintage. And that's what the balance they do it. There's a nice fruit to this, nice little bit of spice, bit of pepper to it. It looks a little darker than your typical Pinot Noir from New World, like your New Zealand's.
Very nice. I forget to drink small water. This water is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful water.
It's a very nice water, yes.
Very, very beautiful.
It's
clear water.
Yeah, it's sourced and
And
it's
my
purified.
cheese plate, cheese selection.
So we've got a nice cheese selection of, let's say, some of Irish cheeses.
Yes.
A little fig, pear and fig chutney, and a bit of chute, and some crackers also.
I see.
So you've got the Duras, you've got the blue cheeses, and it's a nice complement to go very nice to cheese. And we serve these. You have the option of having this at the cellar, or choose to 2 or 3. We'll say meat board, cold meats, or sometimes we say in season people order some oysters if they're having like some champagne or some white wines.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And you have your plate here, inside plate. What I can do, I can just put these out of your way. All Irish, all nice, lovely, fresh produce. You like Irish cheeses?
Yes, I like it. It's goat or what? Goat.
Yeah.
Goat, isn't it?
It's
Goat.
almost like it's like ash
Yes.
around the edge.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice, yeah. So it's a nice selection. Like you got your grapes, you got crackers, you got a little bit of strawberry, and they go beautifully with the wines also. So Peter Finlayson, the winemaker, he's renowned in South Africa for the Pinot Noir grape. Before he bought this vineyard, he worked in another vineyard close to the area, and he won an award for a Pinot Noir that he made. And on the judging panel, there was a Paul Bouchard from Burgundy Wines in France, and part of the prize was he got to travel to France to study with him. They became good friends. And then Peter Finlayson wanted to return to South Africa to grow French-style wines in South Africa. And Paul Bouchard went and helped him. So that was in 1989, he purchased this vineyard. They started to grow the wines, but after a couple of years, Paul Bouchard, he was an elderly gentleman, he passed away. So Peter Finlayson was looking for investment then, and eventually we'll say the Thoman family came on board. And that was in the year 2000. So they're making it now for 22 years together. They make beautiful wines together. So the second one you drank there was the Bouchard de Galloping Peak. That's his bread and butter. He makes that every year. But if it's an exceptional year, when he makes this, he goes into the cellars and he takes the top 9 to 12 barrels and he holds it back for a little longer, and he makes a tête de cuvée of the vintage. This is the 2020, and it's just the
Thank
a
you.
beautiful wine. So it's just aged a little longer, so 3 months extra than the Galloping Peak. You know, it's a lot more dark A lot more spice, there's more pepper, more white pepper. Nice fruit.
Nice, man.
A beautiful wine to have with venison.
Yes. But I tell you something. If we're talking about wine, you know, the original wine
Yes.
is from grape.
Yes.
No more.
Yeah.
No next to something. That is the best what I think.
Yeah.
White or red, but with fruits and everything, it's been like a cocktail.
It is, yes. It's all just ingredients to make it. And the more like when wines are being blended, it's great. It's like if you're cooking and you see a breakdown of a blend, it was a 2% Malbec, you probably say, what was the point?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing as we say if you're cooking, you taste your meal and you need to add a pinch of salt. You add the pinch of salt, it makes the meal.
Yes.
The same thing by adding just say like 1 or 2% of a different grape variety to a blend.
Mm-hmm.
But it's beautiful Pinot Noirs, and renowned for saying everybody loves these Pinots. And they do it's still like a boutique sized vineyard. So you'll get all these wines in all the Red Carnation hotels across the world. Because it's good to have consistency. If you're in South Africa and you're drinking these wines, you can go to London and drink the same wines. You can go to Ireland, say Guernsey, you can go to Switzerland,
same brand,
you
same
can go to the US,
quality.
and you've got great consistency throughout, and it's the same wines that you're drinking. How many days are you staying with us?
Just one night.
Just one. Are you out today?
Yeah, I came today. Yeah.
You got a knife there also, if you want.
Sorry.
You're glad at that.
Mm-hmm.
You can just
Very nice
dip
cheese.
into the chutney. Very nice also. Good selection, yeah?
Fresh.
So the cheese board is very popular with guests doing the wine tasting, and also the charcuterie board with the cold meat platter goes very nice. And then we do the oysters. People like to have the champagne or like the white wines. We do like a selection of oysters when they're in season also.
Very nice. Very nice service. Everything is perfect.
And the way we do it, we always do it private. So if you're one person coming, we put that time slot away for yourself. If you came here as a family or a group of friends, there's 10 people, we'll do them together.
Yes.
We don't do individual random strangers, because some people will feel like they will know more than everybody else, and if you're there, you don't want to ask a question in front of a stranger. So if you do it like one-on-one, as I always say, there's no such thing as a silly question, just a silly answer. And you can ask any questions you want then. And it's a nice ambience here also. You're in a wine cellar. I suppose it's the nearest thing to a vineyard doing a tasting there is.